Hey everybody. Tonight's a special night because we're going to be reading a book called Hell Yes. 2 Little Words for a Simpler, Happier Life by Elizabeth Cogswell Baskin. And this book was published in 2009. So I'll read the introduction first and then I'll follow up with another video with the actual story. But here's the introduction. You do too much. I don't know you, but I'll bet you're busier than you really want to be. You might be the CEO or the office intern, or a stay-at-home parent, or a part-time student, a doctor, a lawyer, a butcher, a baker, or a candlestick maker. But my money says you're overcommitted. Do you really want to be one of those people who are always overwhelmed? Imagine instead being highly productive yet more relaxed. Imagine waking up excited about what's on your calendar, going through your day feeling energized and joyful, or even having nice, roomy holes in your schedule. The trick is to do the things that are on your true path and skip the rest. Follow your bliss, says Joseph Campbell, the esteemed 20th century psychologist. Do you, says Russell Simmons, the CEO of hip-hop. Choose what makes you feel good, says Abraham, a group of spiritual entities channeled through Esther Hicks. And as Alan Cohen, author and speaker, says, you only have to decide one thing. If it's not hell yes, then I don't care what it is. Before you commit to anything, a meeting, a lunch date, a favor for a friend, a volunteer opportunity, a marriage proposal, or even another piece of pie, use this simple measurement to weigh your options. If it's not a hell yes, then it's a hell no. This one sentence acts like a razor to cut away the clutter. It compels you to say no to the opportunities that fall into that dangerous gray area of things that don't excite you but aren't exactly heinous either. Start noticing when you find yourself thinking, I don't want to, but I should, or, well, he seems like a nice guy and I hate to turn him down. A common mistake is to say yes to something you don't really want to do because you think it won't take much time. It always does. Or to agree to a commitment on some date way out in the future because you think your schedule will surely be less jam-packed by then. It never is. Maybe you think saying no isn't nice, or that it's being irresponsible. You worry about letting people down or making someone mad. Guess what? That person probably isn't that into you. If you say no, he or she will just go down the list and ask someone else. And maybe someone else would love the opportunity because it really is on his or her true path. The truly responsible choice is to not do things half-heartedly. You would be shortchanging the other person involved, not to mention yourself. That's not to say that you should only do the fun stuff. If your kid breaks his arm at school, then hell yes, you're going to head straight to the emergency room, even though you're not looking forward to it. As author Shelley Campbell says, the trick is to stay purposely undercommitted. She knows she's more creative when she has time to just putter around, and she knows she's happier too. When you begin practicing the hell yes rule of thumb, you'll notice some shifts. The obvious one is you'll spend more time on things that truly matter to you and less time on the ones that don't. You'll also create space for more of the good stuff, from creative ideas to spontaneous lunch dates to the ability to say yes to some exciting new opportunity when it comes your way. But the shift that's perhaps the biggest relief is you won't spend untold time and angst trying to figure out what you want, from whether or not to buy a pair of shoes you see on sale, or whether or not to take that big job offer. If it's not a hell yes, then it's a hell no. Can these 2 little words really make your life simpler and happier? If you ask me, hell yes. And I'll follow up with the story, but that was the introduction.